Hey, how's it going, my deadly mercenary family? Cosmic Mercenary bringing you a new video, and today we're going to be talking about Jujutsu Kaisen and their very hot, very anticipating anime fighting game coming out next year, and what people think about it. Before we begin, don't forget to give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Also, I want to give it a shout out to Ilium Gaming Adventures 5524, hopefully I was saying that correctly, for commenting in my Street Fighter 6 video. So hopefully you guys go check out the video and comment down, and maybe you get a shout out from me as well. Also, don't forget to follow me on my other social media accounts where I do their respective content. Other than that, let's continue with the video. So if you didn't know, one of the biggest animes called Jujutsu Kaisen is getting a fighting game next year. But hey, don't get too excited because it's an arena fighter. I mean, come on, an arena fighter, a dirty ass arena fighter, lazy ass arena fighter. I really can't. I don't understand what in the world would possess them to make an arena fighter. I mean, God, do they even have brains up there? Like, are they not thinking how amazing it will be to watch Jujutsu Kaisen via the fighting game community, like 2D fighters, just like fighters? What's wrong with them? What's wrong? Don't they think? God, dude, I could make more money than them. I could make more money. Give me the rights to Jujutsu Kaisen. I could make a good 2D fighting game. And scene. See, what do you guys think? I was acting there, baby. Hey, you know, hey, that was pretty good. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know I had that dog in me, you know what I mean? I'm going places in Hollywood or something. But in all seriousness, Jujutsu Kaisen is getting an arena fighter next year, and some people are not too happy that it's an arena fighter. There are many reasons why they are not happy with the idea that the game is an arena fighter, and one of the reasons that came up is that it doesn't fit the aesthetic of the anime. I am mixed on this position because I understand what they mean. Like, I see it. I understand why it doesn't really fit the anime. There are some aspects in the anime that would make sense. For example, the dimensional feature in the anime, the Dominion ability. I forget what it's actually called, but the Dominion ability. Basically, it's three-dimensional, so it makes sense. Arena fighters are usually three-dimensional, right? And you can move around. It's like a circle, so it makes sense. I mean, if you capture the domain ability, right? I forget what it's actually called, but basically, the ability is you engulf your opponent in your domain. Basically, it's this little like half sphere, and they're stuck in there until you get their final attack in there. It's basically they're alting, basically, right? So it makes sense. They could add that to the game, so it makes sense. An arena fighter could make sense, but I also understand like it just doesn't feel right. Another part that I agree with is that it just feels like a copy paste arena fighter. Like, just because it's an arena fighter doesn't mean it has to be the copy-paste generic things that we're used to. To me, in the anime, the fights felt very grounded, you know? And in here, in an arena fighter, they feel like Naruto-y, Dragon Ball-y, like Ninja Storm-y. Like, it feels like it's very floaty. It feels too floaty. What I recall from Jujutsu Kaisen is that the fights seemed very grounded. They didn't feel like they were flying all over the place. The only time that I recall from the anime, because I haven't seen season 2, so no spoiling season 2 on the comment section, please. Por favor, no spoilers aquí, por favor. Okay, but it reminds me of Itadori and Todo versus Hanami. Like, that's the only time that I remember that the anime was just going all over the place, right? And even then, it was like they weren't dashing a lot. They were just more in the air combat. Maybe what they should have done was actually taken a page from the JoJo game. When I play the JoJo game, it doesn't feel like an arena fighter. But I don't even think it's an arena fighter. I think it's more like a 3D fighter, right? Maybe they should have done that instead of making an arena fighter. You know, but that's just my opinion. I don't know. I only played the JoJo game a couple times on the Switch. I don't know. But to me, it just felt maybe they should have interpreted something more in key to the JoJo game. The main criticism that I have that's going around is that the game is not like fighters. I personally do not think that it needs to be like fighters. I do not agree with this sentiment. Fighters is a good fighting game that truly showed us what the potential anime franchises can do if they actually try to make a good competitive fighting game. However, I don't think every anime fighting game should be like Fighters, because in all honesty, I don't think the game will be taken care of. I'm just gonna say this right there. I don't think they will give the dedication that a traditional fighting game needs if they were to make it like a Jujutsu Kaisen 2D fighters style type of fighting game. I don't think people consider what it actually takes to maintain a fighting game. You know, like even Fighters that doesn't even know, consider. I mean, even recently, Fighters development team is still working on the game. For example, one thing that came out recently was netcode. Do you know how long people have been asking for all about netcode? I'm going to be honest with you, me neither, because I'm a noob. But when it comes to the fighting game scene, look at this reaction from the one and only Maximilian Dune. Look at this video and go watch his video, and it seems like it must have taken a very long time. Like it seemed to me like it could have been just a myth. Netcode is not real. Ooh, spooky. And it just shows you like how long it takes for the process. I mean, maybe they could have overhauled it, but I'm just saying it takes time and effort to maintain a fighting game. They can't just make a fighting game and just don't do anything with it. Just release it, right? Like if it was the 80s or 90s, right? No updates or nothing. I mean, you could release it like if it was the 80s or 90s with no updates or whatever. But then people will just start complaining that their community is not being supported by the developers. So it's a lose-lose situation, because I don't think that they will be willing to take care of the fighting game. You know what I mean? So I'm going to add a little bit to the conversation here, and I'm going to say also one thing that I've been thinking about is that not everyone wants to get into traditional fighting games. There, I said it, controversial, I know, sue me, right? Personally, I believe that people need to experience fighting games because fighting games are amazing. They're a great experience, the grind, the achievements, the mountain you have to climb, like everything about them are amazing, right? The characters, everything. But not everyone's interested into taking the path of the fighting games. I'm just being realistic here. Look, guys, arena fighters are the type of game that you whip out if you are in a party or a sleepover or whatever, and everybody's already tired of being destroyed and annihilated by that one good Bowser player of the group, right? All you gotta do is just change games, whip out Jujutsu Kaisen Curse, whatever it's called, Curse Casting, or whatever the game is called, and then all you gotta do, select your characters, and then do super cool, awesome combos by just pressing triangle, 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 square, 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 X, 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 X. So simple, a monkey can do it, and that's not a bad thing. This game doesn't have the competitive aspects infused into it. But it's generic fun. They're flashy. They're anime. Believe it or not, it's fun. It's fun to whip out one of these bad boys. I remember when I was a kid, I used to play Budokai Tenkaichi 3 all the time whenever I went over to my friend's house. And we played on the Wii. We played this game on the Wii, guys. But these were great games, and I felt so awesome. It felt like you were in the anime. It felt like you were fighting in the anime. You were just recreating scenes from the anime. So much fun. They were so much fun, and I cherish those memories of playing those arena fighters, and it's just a lot of fun. Look at this. Look at this. Tell me this is not fun, right? And then now look at this. Look at this. And now look at this. The product speaks for itself. The product speaks for itself. In the end of the day, I know exactly why they decided to make Jujutsu Kaisen an arena fighter, right? It cost them less money to just reskin the engine or whatever it's called right back. Just reskin it with Jujutsu Kaisen characters. And I know they know that this game will sell numbers just because it's Jujutsu Kaisen. The way I see it, though, that it's better to have a fun game for a general audience than to have a traditional fighters that they will not take care of because they are too busy taking care of Tekken 8. Just saying it. Just saying the truth here. Okay? Speaking my truth. Earlier during the week, I put out a poll asking what are your thoughts on the upcoming JUJUTSU KAISEN arena fighter, and 80% of you said that you guys were excited. 13% said that you guys were not excited. I don't know how the math goes there, but it says right there 13%. I don't know. You ask YouTube. But are you guys excited? Comment down below if you're excited. Who do you want to play? You know, who are you gonna play with? You know what I mean? Like, again, I'm gonna be playing this at work with my friends. We're gonna have a lot of fun. So I just know it's gonna be a lot of fun, even though it's not a traditional fighting game. It's not gonna be, you know, like a competitive fighting game. But I think it's still gonna be a lot of fun. So I can't wait to play it. But hey, that was it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on my other social media accounts. The links will be in the description below. Also, don't forget to comment, and you might get a shout out from me in the next video. Other than that, guys, thank you guys for watching. Stay vigilant, and see you guys next time.